did you have a 3-hour lunch with Barbara Walters at Michael's the other day?
You know that's our little spot, you and
Yeah,
I.
I love Michael's.
Yeah, Barbara and I had, a lot of people don't realize this, but in the 6 years, Barbara and I have...
My mouth is watering. I'm thinking about the soft shells.
We had the soft shells, girl. But Barbara and I had a wonderful lunch, and it did take about 3 hours. We talked and talked, and I think everybody in the restaurant really wanted to know what the heck we were talking about.
What were you talking about with her? Because I read your book.
We were talking topics. We were talking topics, and really just about us. It was interesting because I would be lying to you if I didn't say that I miss her. I miss the conversation. Oh, please.
Is she?
No, but honestly, Johnny Cochran, it was my great mentor. I've talked about this.
Yes.
Barbara is also my great mentor, and it would be a complete fabrication.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I just got choked, honey. Don't get me.
Okay.
All right.
It's not that deep, Miss Walters.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep. But she is my great broadcast mentor, and anybody who does what we do, she's got to be their mentor because you have to acknowledge what she did for women in broadcast television. So I had a good time.
Yes, yes. Sarah Jones is here, and I was talking to her behind the scenes. She turned 50 recently, and she had this big sleepover party in the penthouse in New York at the Gansevoort Hotel. And I want to see the picture.
You were invited. You couldn't come. You were out of town.
Exactly.
You were invited. You missed it.
I know. Look what I missed.
And so this was my 50th birthday. I felt so good. It felt good. It really did feel good. It was nice.
Wow, that's a really slutty dress.
It was extremely. It was age inappropriate, but for that day, I was going to be inappropriate.
And you drank like a fish, you and your friends? Moving on to Basketball Wives, because, I've been very outspoken about them. And then you were very outspoken about them, about all the violence on the show. Did you watch the reunion?
I saw parts of it, but significant parts of it, yeah. I'm glad that they're acknowledging that a number of women of color have really had a problem with some of the behaviors, especially this past season. And at least I know that a couple of them have decided they're going to make some changes. At least that's what they said.
Let's set the record straight, though, on something. Did you urge Twitter followers to sign a petition to ban the show?
No, absolutely not. That's actually very interesting. I'm glad you asked me. I was never encouraging anybody to boycott somebody's job. That's not what I'm about. I was encouraging the women because I saw this scene of Evelyn Lozado run across the table and this other young woman slap the other, Jennifer. And it just struck me really, really to the core that young brown girls were watching this example of brown women on television and getting their self-image. So I met with Black Girls Rock founder Beverly Bond, and we had a conversation about it. And she sort of, put the iron to the fire. And she said, when you're a woman with a platform, you have an obligation to speak on it. And so I started to talk about it. I talked about it in social media. And I was pretty harsh when it came down to these are where we don't have many options on television to watch brown women. We don't have as much as the majority. And little girls deserve our very best.
So,
that was my point.
And Tammy came on our show last week, and she was very, very apologetic for her behavior. I didn't get a chance to see any of the reunion or anything like that, but Evelyn Lozado, are you mentoring her one-on-one?
You know what? Actually, I got a phone call that connected us because she said, Star, I want to share with you my aha moment.
And she shared it on the Huffington Post. That's what I was going to tell you, that she wrote an open letter to herself a 7-year-old.
Right.
Do you
understand? To her 7-year-old
self. Yes.
Yeah, and I actually was very impressed. I should tell you, there was a series of conversations and emails. No, I won't tell you the substance because they were private. However,
Did it start with ooh, ooh, ah, 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 ah?
No.
Okay.
Be nice. Be very nice. Actually,
she makes me nervous,
listen,
Evelyn.
not for nothing, but based on past behavior, I would understand that. But
Tammy makes me nervous, too.
And she should, because that was it's just inappropriate.
Yeah.
However, Evelyn said to me that, you know, she had an aha moment. Her child, or soon-to-be stepdaughter, was in the car, and she was acting out with her girlfriend, pretending to be Evelyn.
Yeah.
And that should make every one of you scared, because if your little girls, your nieces, and your goddaughters,
Yes.
your daughters think that that's the way to act, that would make me scared too.
Yes.
And she felt it as a mother.
Yeah.
So I take her at her word.